Alright, me babbers, Bristolian Dave back here once again, and it is that time of the week where I let you know how my week's gone. We do a weigh-in, we see if I've hit any targets, and today I've got a different topic I want to touch on. We're talking about desperation for weight loss. Like I said, guys, welcome back to the channel. If you've been here before, you know the drill by now. I talk about how my week's gone on my 2.5 milligram Mounjaro jab, and I do a weigh-in at the end, but I also talk about a different topic. And today, like I said, it's desperation on weight loss. So if you've been here before and you're not subscribed, make sure you do. If you're new here, subscribe as well. Like the video, because then YouTube will direct more types of these videos your way, and maybe even more Bristolian Dave, if you want. And leave a comment down below, guys, because I love chatting with you guys. You guys are so motivational. I've always said I do this for accountability more than anything. But the fact that I can talk to you people can talk to me. And some of the stuff you say is so insightful. And I love hearing about how your own journeys are going. Always feel free to tell me any challenges you're facing, anything like that. Or if you've got any questions, put it in down below. I always appreciate it, guys. And I don't just do weight loss content. I mix in some hobbies as well, physical media being one, video games, and anything else that takes my fancy. Although, obviously, primarily weight loss at the moment is my main thing, because that seems to be what I'm mainly doing. So, let's talk about the week first, before we get into the topic. This week's been good. It's been good. No problems with the food, sticking between the 1,600 and 2,000 calories. And the jab's been fine. I am going to talk about something that might be a little bit off-putting. So if you're a bit squeamish or you don't like talk of bowels, I'm going to put my hand up and you can mute it or skip to the part where I put my hand down, because I know some people don't like that talk. So here we go. Right, so Thursday, it was like Mr. Whippy ice cream. I don't know what happened. The only thing I can say is maybe I undercooked a little bit of chicken, because I was questioning it a little bit, but it seemed fine to eat. But yeah, it was not a good day Thursday. It properly emptied me out, which is the first time I've had that in a long time. Let's just say the fart was not safe. I'm gonna put the hand down now and stop talking about this. I just want to cover it because I like to keep real with you guys. I like to tell you everything. I like to just show you what it's like for someone trying to lose the amount of weight I've got to. And yeah. So, hand down so you can unmute, guys. Although if I'm muted, you won't hear that. We're good to go. How's about that? I don't know. So yeah. So overall, the week's been very good. I can't complain. Today, I'm recording this one a little bit later in the day. I had a very small breakfast this morning. I need 270 calories because I tried a little protein pot porridge thing. First of all, it tasted like shit. But by the time I finished it, it was alright actually. Because I'm not one of those protein, rather oats and water type people. I like milk. I like a creamy oat. But actually, this wasn't too bad. So I had a lot of calories and I bought some stuff that I wanted to try. So, we're going to cut to lunchtime, Dave, right now. Strange interlude. So this is a little bit of a special lunch for me. So this morning, day of recording, Sunday, I made sure I only had like a 250 calorie breakfast so I could have this. This is a monster sandwich. Not a bad one. 750, I'm thinking about 760 calories. Got a hash brown because I forgot to put it in the sandwich. 2 slices of sourdough, 2 rashers of streaky bacon. You got an egg. You can see the egg in there. 2 chicken rashers as well. And yeah, that's it. And a bit of brown sauce, and a tiny little bit of butter. But I weighed everything. And you can eat stuff like this. You can. You just need to make sure you do it in moderation and make sure you count the total calories you're intaking, you see. So this is a little treat for myself today. I'm going to enjoy it now. Well, I couldn't finish it all. So, yeah, bloody delicious though. But like I said, guys, you need to let yourself have these things every now and again. Because that's part of normal life. Anyway, back to current Dave now. Yeah, so that's what I had for lunch. I mean, I'll put it up here so you can see. It was like 720, 750, something like that, 720, 750 for the whole thing. And I couldn't finish it. And it did remind me of a good piece of advice that I like to give, and also that I like to live by, is that do things that will be sustainable afterwards. Now, you're never going to be able to avoid all bad foods. You're not going to. In life, it's just not possible. So, feel free to mix these meals in, but make them slightly healthier, like I did. So I had the chicken rashers, which were heck ones, I think, which are actually very nice. I had 2 bacon rashers, but they were streaky bacon, not big bacon. Hash brown, that I forgot to put in the sandwich, but I ate it. Egg, cooked, no oils on any of this as well. So it's dry fried and it works, and I still got that runny yolk. It's important, guys. And 2 pieces of sourdough. I'm starting to like sourdough more, but I can see why people like it because it's a very filling bread compared to others. So today's topic. So why am I talking about desperation in fat loss? Well, firstly, it's something that fat people who have been fat for a long time can definitely associate with. I mean, there's a reason that people go for all these get skinny fast things, because people don't want to be fat at the end of the day. I mean, there are some out there, the whole fat acceptance movement, that are happy being big, and sure, you live your life. Just the rest of us kind of just want to slim down and, you know, try and live a bit of a better life for ourselves. And one thing that came up in the news was about this mother. Her name was Karen. She bought a dodgy Mounjaro jab. She paid £20 for it. She was paying per jab, so not even for the whole pen. She was paying per jab, and £20 is like, I think, not even half the price for a single dose these days. And unfortunately, whatever it was she took killed her. She passed away, leaving 2 kids, her 2 daughters. Now, this lady was obviously very, very desperate just to shift the pounds. And no matter what, it's not worth risking your life to do that. Make sure, because like I said, I'm on the Mounjaro 2.5, and I've always been with, and I made sure I only ever chose to go with a provider which I knew and I trusted. It's literally the chemist that I've been with for 2 decades. So I was fine. I trusted it. But a lot of people, especially online, get promoted all these jabs in these different places to get the jabs. And unfortunately, they're not all regulated. A lot of them don't do their health checks. And it can cause things like this. People end up in hospital. People aren't told how to use these things properly. And the desperation of wanting to be skinny has done that to them. And I understand the desperation, but it ain't worth risking your life. It really isn't. I just feel bad for the kids. I feel bad for the person that died. And I just hope that it's a wake-up call for some people. If you can't afford the pen, right? If you can't afford to get the jab, if you are struggling that much, talk to your doctor. Don't go these dodgy routes. I was going to start doing TikToks. I still might yet, you know. I'm not doing all the dance and stuff and the stuff with the music and that. I was just going to talk about this sort of stuff. But going on anyone's, like any Mounjaro videos that came up, the amount of comments that were just tagging all these random pharmacists that they could be anyone. Like, half the names are absolutely shocking. They don't even sound real. But they get tagged, and then people go to them and get the jabs off. I get the desperation. I do. But it's just not worth it, guys. It's not worth it. Being fat or dying, obviously it's not two choices. And I mean, obviously being fat kills you a little bit quicker than being skinny. But it's still not something that you should risk your life for. Look for communities. Look for people that are like you, or people that have been there. People like me. Don't come to me directly, but people that are on a weight loss journey, that know what you're dealing with, that know the kind of emotions and mental anguish you're going through from being overweight, from wanting to be skinny. It's worth just talking to people. Do it, because it's, like I said, it's not worth taking a risk and potentially losing your life. Okay, so that was really depressing, wasn't it? So back on a good note. Yeah, like I said, this week's gone well. I've done I think it's my third jab of my fifth pen. Fourth. I want to say fourth, but I might be wrong. Still on 2.5, stayed low. No problems, injected it this morning. I can see on my belly, tiny little red dot, that's it. So no problems. So one other things I've decided I want to do this week is there is a particular challenge I want to set myself. So now I'm losing weight, and now I'm getting fitter, and I'm starting to be more active. Back when I was in school, so we're talking secondary school, so a long time ago, I'm old, there was a hill that I always had to walk up on this road to get to school. Now, last time I tried it a few years ago, I almost died halfway up. I couldn't make it. It was literally killing me. It was like my breathing, my legs, my back, it was all fucked. So I'm setting myself a goal. Maybe I'll video it actually for you guys, but I want to try and climb that hill and try and make it in. I'm going to time myself each time I start and when I finish, and try and improve on that time each time. I think when I was young, I used to do it in, I think it was around the 10-minute mark. So I know I'm going to be nowhere near that. But it's an extra challenge I want to set myself, and something to give me a little bit of extra, something extra to do as well. And then when I get good enough at that, then instead of driving to the gym, I can walk to the gym, because my gym's at the top of the hill as well. So double. But that's something I got to work on. But yeah, so I'm going to do that, and maybe I'll post a video about that very soon. But let's talk about the weigh-in then, because that's why a lot of people are here. They want to know how much I've lost. So last week, so we'll do it in kilograms first. I weighed in at 192.6 kilos. This week, I weighed in at 190.7 kilos. I've lost 1.9 kilograms this week, which is ridiculous, because that means, so from 424.5 pounds, I've dropped down to 420.5 pounds. So I've lost 4 pounds. 4 pounds. That means I'm now 30 stone and half a pound. My Christmas target is to get under 30 stone, so 29 stone 13. So I'm 1.5 pounds away from hitting my Christmas target almost 2 months early. We'll say it'll be done next week. I'm not going to guarantee, obviously, because you shouldn't put that pressure on yourself. But with how things go, I seem to lose an average of about 3 pounds a week. Next week will be my Christmas target hit, which is unbelievable. Like, I can't believe, like, I'm going to see under 30 stone this part of the journey. And then it means I'll have about a month and a half to still lose weight before Christmas. So I have to start thinking of another goal to start from next week. Maybe another 10% of my weight. That's what I've done. So that would be to lose 3 stone within, I got to figure out time, so the time frame. I don't know. Let me know. Put it in the comments. What do you think my next target should be? But yeah, so 4 pounds, 1.9 kilos. That is unbelievable. I'm very happy with that. I have no doubt that some of that is left over from last week, because I only lost 2 pounds last week, 0.8 kilos. And Some of it might be due to Thursday. If you want to know about Thursday, you can go back and go to the bit I've got my hand like that. But I won't recommend it if you're squeamish. So that could have played a factor too. So this next week's weight loss might be a bit less. If it is, it is, you know. Not putting that pressure on myself. All I'm doing is following the science of keeping my calories in a deficit, and going from there. So yeah, we're going to leave it there. All right. Thank you very much for sticking with me. Like I said, guys, this is an ongoing thing. It's going to be here for the next couple of years. So make sure, if you want to follow the journey, subscribe to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, interact, guys. I appreciate it. And I will see you back with a new video very, very, very soon. Cheers, me bavers.